Hi, this is Sarah from Heirloom Creations, and today is our ruler of the month for the month of May, and we're using the straight out of the line ruler from Creative Grid. And what you see is that it provides a nice background of blocks that kind of look like they're curved, but they're all straight lines. It's a great place to highlight some appliques, do some embellishments, or even highlight some wonderful quilting that you might be doing on your quilt. With the straight out of the line ruler, you can use block sizes anywhere from as small as 4 inches all the way up to the size of 10 inches. It's a great place to even use up scraps if you've got a lot of leftover blocks. Start off by layering the blocks, all of them right side up. I like to work with 4 at a time because then they're going to make a total of 4 blocks and create a quadrant when it's completely done. To cut, you only need to make 2 cuts in this entire stack to get the block pieces that we're after. We're actually going to get 2 kite pieces and 2 oblong pieces. So we'll line up the lines. This is a 9-inch square of fabric, so we'll line those up on the 9-inch lines, cut, and rotate your fabric. I've got one of the rotary cutter boards here that will just spin that around. And then flip the ruler over. Use the line that you just cut. Place that on the line of the ruler. We're going to put those back up on the 9-inch marks and cut again. Then we're going to shuffle the blocks so we get different colors at each of the pieces. So I'm going to shuffle those down. We'll get some darks where those kite pieces are. And then we'll have the blue one over here. And that will give us a nice variety as we start to sew. The key to getting these blocks to turn out perfectly is when we sew them together, we'll want to make sure that the middle edges line up. These are going to be kind of oblong shaped. So when we put these together, we want to make sure that we place them so when the 1/4-inch seam is sewn, that they come out right at the edge. The outside edges will kind of extend past the edge of the fabrics. We will actually use the ruler to square up the pieces when they're done to get the most accurate intersections. That will work. Put these together. We're going to aim to get this line sewn perfectly. Offset that about 1/4 of an inch, so my needle will start right here, and then we'll finish up the seam. Okay, we're going to go press to the dark side, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how the intersections are perfectly matched. After pressing to the dark side, we're going to put a pin in about 1/4 inch in on the seam, and then on this one measure in about 1/4 inch and poke the pin in there. That will be how we'll get these intersections to line up perfectly when we go to sew them. And then sew the block together. Okay, let's see if we did it. See how perfect that intersection came out? That's what we're looking for. Now to show you how to square up the block. This is not your normal square up job where you just place a square on here and find the center point, because when we go to place these together with the other blocks, this intersection with these 2 kites need to align. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use the lines on the ruler to square off this side, and then we'll turn it and square off the other side, and that will give us our accurate blocks here. These blocks are going to finish up about 3/4 of an inch smaller than what we started with. So that means that they are going to be, this one was a 9-inch block, so it's going to be about 8 1/4 in size. And then we'll go ahead and start sewing them together. There we go. Now that will line up when we go to place them together. Thanks for joining us for this month's Ruler of the Month, and next month we're going to do the cut around ruler, which is one of my favorites and I have used on multiple projects. We'll see you next time.